readers,
reviewers,
countrymen,
lend us your ears. And a huge thank you to all of our Patreons.
Thank you to the Pit Fighters, the First Swords, and all of the Bright Stars, Truth and Courage. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, myself, Ed, and my brother Will are going to be talking to you guys about auto by authors. So any authors that we think, whatever books they put out, we're going to buy them no matter what. Even if they write books about, mushrooms and fairies. I don't really like mushrooms, but I'd still buy a book about mushrooms if these.
You were about to spoil the books to talk about it. But yeah, and we're going to step above.
What do you hate? What food do you hate? Anything green, really.
Most things green.
What's that dwarf in The Hobbit who goes, "Have you got any chips?"
I don't like green food.
You are Ori.
Why did you do the chips quite?
You look quite similar.
Not the green food.
You do look quite similar.
Thank you, Ed.
No, you don't really.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about 7 books that both of us. Well, no, 7 authors. Sorry, that both of us see them as auto by authors.
Yeah.
So some brotherly agreements.
I would buy this author.
Yeah. No brotherly disagreements. This video, only agreements.
That's rare.
So that is rare.
Yeah.
So let's jump straight into it. What is the first one we've got, Ed?
The first one is, of course, Lord Grimdark himself, Joe Abercrombie, or as some people like to say, Jabbercrombie.
Jabbercrombie.
Jabberwocky. But usually subtitles say Jabbercrombie.
Yeah,
so.
Jabbercrombie.
But yeah, Jabbercrombie, The First Law is one of our favourite fantasy series, favourite series in general. We love his YA series. Well, YA series, anything YA by Jabbercrombie is not.
It's not YA. It's just not as adult as this.
Yeah, it's just not no Logan Ninefingers and Pharaoh. Oh. No battle scenes. We absolutely love his YA series as well. What's that called again?
Shattered Sea.
The Shattered Sea, yeah, which is brilliant. If you like Vikings, and definitely go check out that because that's Vikings in fantasy. But yeah, we love Joe Abercrombie's writing, his style of writing, the way he crafts characters, his action as well, and just every single part of his game is something that puts him at the top of our auto buy list.
Very nice, Ed, and I cannot say it better myself, so let's go straight on to the next one.
Here we have an arc of Mark Lawrence's The Book That Wouldn't Burn, and Mark Lawrence is an auto buy author. We have every single book that he has ever written because he is a fantastic author. The way that I remember reading The Broken Empire, must have been 14 or 15, and it was just swept me off my feet. I was absolutely amazed at what I was reading. And Mark Lawrence is someone who just has that kind of that goat flair, doesn't he?
The goat flair.
The goat flair. He has just a way of writing, is very poetic prose, but also the emotional moments in Mark Lawrence's books just hit you so hard, and they are so just important. They're very poignant, aren't they? I think. And I just really think that Mark Lawrence is one of my favourite writers because of the way that he has such a well-rounded game.
Yeah, it's very stripped back prose that is simultaneously very lyrical and engaging, and it makes it a very easy read while still having kind of thought-provoking and challenging you at the same time, because this is not a simple, these characters are going to go do this quest and boom, there's a nasty villain in the middle that they have to get out of the way. It's far more complex than that. There's a lot of grey areas, and Mark Lawrence often looks at the idea of redemption, I find, and can you be redeemed? And can you find a sense of purpose in that? And also the idea of friendship and how that can strengthen you, and sacrifice as well. Yeah. And so a very brilliant kind of exploration of character in his books, and I'm sure that he'll carry on to do that in every book that he releases. Yeah, and that is why he's an auto-buy author.
Found family is a really big part of his writing in general, isn't it? And we love that.
Yeah,
trope. I mean, trope is a good thing in my
opinion. A trope it's a trope for a reason. If it's done well and a little bit differently, where it's still interesting, it's going to be great, because tropes are tropes for a reason. People enjoy them.
Trope no longer.
Just don't regurgitate what is in other books, and it'll be fine.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The next one for us is, of course, Cormac McCarthy. We absolutely love so many of his books. He's an author by author. Even though we haven't read all of his books, we still think that he is an author by author. We still own them all, don't we?
Yeah, Cormac McCarthy. I've read Meridian, The Road, No Country for Old Men, and The Passenger, and so far from his full works. But I'm slowly making my way. Did I mention The Passenger?
You did.
Yeah, I did. And so I'll be reading Stella Maris, and anything that we bought these. We both bought a copy, didn't we? Because as soon as Cormac McCarthy's releasing something, we got to jump on that bandwagon and talk to people about it. Because the thing is, he's a huge author, so we can discuss with other people his books. But
he's like below
all right,
6
he's
foot.
going to make his joke about height. He's not huge physically, but
he is strong though.
He is. But Blood Meridian was released nearly 40 years ago, and so yeah, we aren't quite on that kind of the hype of the release, are we? Where
there actually wasn't much hype when it was released.
Ed.
No, I'm serious.
No, I'm talking about as
Blood
in.
Meridian.
But I'm talking about.
Yeah,
as
I'm
in,
just
like,
saying there wasn't much. So if you know, we probably wouldn't have known about it. No booktube.
No booktube.
How else do you find out about your books?
Exactly.
And I'm sure you guys agree with us because this is our safe space, isn't
exactly.
It? But yeah, Cormac McCarthy, one of our favourite authors, will always be an author by author for us as well, and hopefully he writes more books after this.
Hopefully.
Yeah, lots of people saying these could be his last books.
Maybe.
Hopefully not.
Well, because it was 13 years since his previous release. And I think he's 87.
Whoa. What? Okay, and the next one is Elodie Harper. Elodie Harper is a relatively new author, new to us definitely as well. And last year we read actually, you read The Wolf Den, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I read The Wolf Den and The
House
with the Golden
But who
Door.
introduced you to it? I think we're on equal footing.
Yeah, William said, Ed, meet The Wolf Den. The Wolf Den, meet Ed.
Yeah.
And then we fell in love because this series is absolutely fantastic. And the way that Elodie Harper writes character, oh my goodness, I never thought I'd enjoy a book so much that didn't have many swords in. I mean, there's a couple, but none of the main characters
It's not
use
military
swords.
Historical fiction.
No one used swords.
No one!
And it just blows my mind.
That blows your mind.
I loved it so much. Yeah, Elodie Harper's a fantastic writer, and it's just so good. The characters she writes are so sympathetic. Everyone is very morally grey.
Sorry, Ed. It's not about this. I absolutely love this.
So it's me.
It's just the way you're talking. No, I'm kidding.
Your turn.
We both love The Wolf Den. I need to carry on with book 2. Already, it's an auto-buy. You know that's amazing when there's only one book, and from what I've heard of book 2, it's better. And then book 3, The Temple of Fortuna, the book 3 of the trilogy is being released this year. And then next year is going to be a book on Mark Antony's wife, I believe. And the year after that will be a book about from the perspective of Boudica's daughter.
I think it's the other way around, but yeah.
Well, there we go. So the next 3 books we know that we're very interested in.
Yeah, and this book actually won heavily on our Brother Gwyn Awards.
It did.
So Brothers Gwyn Awards season last year because The Wolf Den has probably one of the most hateable villains I've ever come across.
Ever. I hate that man.
Yeah, me too. The next one for us, of course, how can we have a list of books about authors that we love without mentioning Mike Shackle? He is, very fresh-faced into the game of fantasy, isn't he? And he's come out of the gates and he is running really fast.
Nice way.
I absolutely love his books. I've read the first 2 of the last 4. Cannot wait to read book 3, and I'm so excited to see what Mike Shackle does next. It's always that thing, even when you read the last book of a trilogy, you think, what's next then? You can never just enjoy the moment, really, can I, actually? No. But I am looking forward to what he does next at the same time.
Yeah, this is an incredible series. I have read the entire trilogy. Have you yet, Ed?
Have you read Live Ship?
You can't just throw that in there.
You haven't?
I was going to think of a riposte, but I'll leave it. This could get ugly.
But
yeah, this is a brilliant trilogy, and yeah, I absolutely love it. I think Mike Shackle's a brilliant writer, and I feel very confident I'll like anything he does because of his style is such a key component to what makes these books so brilliant. And obviously, he'll take his writing style to any work that he puts his hand to. And so, yeah, I really cannot wait to read more of his works.
Yeah, and when his influences are, like David Gemmell, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Same with Mark Lawrence, his influences are, lots and lots of David Gemmell's writing. You see it speaks throughout their own writing, so you love that. If you like David Gemmell, then you're gonna, if you like Tolkien, you're gonna like Philip Chase because, we wear our influences
on our sleeves,
on our jacket sleeves.
But Ed, sorry, there's one that I just want to add very quickly. Is this gonna mix everything up? I do have a surprise auto by author.
Okay.
Papa Gwyn. That's all that needs to be said.
We
will buy an ebook that Papa Gwyn puts out.
Well, we have to, really.
Yeah,
even though we should be giving them for free, we still have to buy them because, we just do.
Rite of passage.
Yeah, rite of passage. That's what Dad says anyway. Well, he says you have to buy 3, so
Oh yeah, it's sacrilege to not have that wraparound cover.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he's kind of an auto-collect author, really, isn't he?
He is.
And we've only recently heard of him.
Do any of you agree?
And the next one is Sebastian de Castell, Traitor's Blade. Absolutely love the Greatcoat series, and I am looking forward to reading his YA series as well. I love Sebastian's writing. He's a great guy as well, and I think he's probably tied with Joe Abercrombie for having the funniest books I've ever read.
Yeah, and I've read...
Or with Larry McMurtry as well. I like them.
I've read this quartet, the Greatcoats quartet, and I've read 5 books in his Spellslinger series. 5 of the 6. I need to read the last one. And then he's got a new book coming out in 2023, and so I really cannot wait to get to that. And when you've read and thoroughly enjoyed...
year as well.
Exactly. Yeah. When you've read and thoroughly enjoyed 9 books... then you can feel fairly confident that is going to continue.
Yeah.
That kind of domino effect.
Yeah. And again, talking about Sebastian de Castell's influences, this is like the Musketeers, this series, and the aspect of found family, friendship, is a theme that's so rife in this book, and it's done to perfection. I mean, if the Greatcoats didn't have each other in the relationships in the way that Sebastian writes them, then it could have crumbled. But I just absolutely think that the friendships that these guys have in this book, the trio here, are just unsurpassed. They are my favourite fantasy trio, the best friends that anybody could have, and I absolutely love this series.
Yeah, exactly. It's that idea that if one of them was taken up, their motivation is to help the others as well as can fulfill their own goals, and they love each other so much, and they will have that element of self-sacrifice about it to help the others, and that's why everything would crumble if one of them was taken out of the mix, because they all drive each other on, and in each other's low moments the others pick them up, and they know that they're there for each other.
And the last one is Hear Us Out. It is Sally Rooney's Normal People. Well, we love Sally Rooney, don't we? We love her writing. We've read all 3 books that she's written so far. She has a way of writing that has this kind of, this modern feeling, but she also captures the awkwardness of humanity so well.
Yeah, I've never seen it captured that well, where people's interactions when they first meet people is displayed in such an awkward way, but it doesn't feel aggravating. It's brilliant, and these 3 standalones that we've read, and we've loved them all, and they're brilliant in other ways. It's a character exploration, looking at the human condition, looking at people's major flaws, but looking at their virtues as well. It's looking at them as a human being overall, not just picking certain traits and ideals about them. It's looking at them and shining a lens on everything that they are, everything they represent, and everything they're growing to be. And so it really is a character exploration in all of her books, and in my opinion they're all done absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah, hear.
And so they are the 8 when I added Papa Gwyn. 7 books that and authors that are also by for us, and we both agree on that, so a lot of agreements this video. And so these authors, they've all proved themselves to us anyway that they can write consistently brilliant books, and so we're really happy to be raving about them here. Any chance to rave about some of our favourites, Ed? And so there's 4, and then we've got the other 3 here. And so everyone, thank you so much for watching. Let us know some of your auto by authors. That'd be really interesting to hear about. And everyone, as I said, thank you so much for watching. Truth and Courage, the Brothers Gwyn.
Truth and Courage, stay safe, happy reading, the Brothers Gwyn.